Good evening, everyone. So I've been working on this particular piece since February. I'm using chalk pastels, so I've kind of got it done. I had it sprayed. I feel like I need to go over one bit. This is my mystical creature. I probably think it doesn't make any sense to you guys, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. This is usually where I do my recording, if anybody's really that interested in actually knowing. Okay. So what a day, what a day, what a day. It's a Monday, and I got my tea upgraded, so it is not just water. Okay, so I sent the last video to a few friends to see what their input was. Was it good with the editing? Did you like the music? Was it funny? Did you guys get the funny in it? One of the comments is, hahaha, whatever, that's so true. I love the music and the little facts and truth. Like how it's never true when people say just one more thing. I guess we'll never know. Brilliant. The music's kind of distracting, maybe because I don't like that kind of music. Okay, the next one is, I thought the music was a bit too loud, so kind of distracted me from hearing better. I like the pauses and all, but I was lost most of the time. Oops. We'll never know. I asked, so yes or no to the music? With the music, I think it's better. Anytime, just whatever. And that's about it. And then I had a friend over and he's like, yeah, I loved it, it was really funny, but the music was a little bit too loud. Ooh, there's no way to please everyone. There's just no way. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit more entertaining for me, because if I look at all the other old videos, they're really, really long. I actually had a friend that said, yeah, you're kind of rambling in all the older videos of like 10 minutes. Okay, so I wanted it to be edited a lot shorter. And I wanted it to be lighthearted because my life is a disaster. It's just a big explosive mess. If I can just laugh at myself, how funny everything happens, you know, I learn from it better. So for my friend who says who asked what's the point? The point is just to be funny. So those were really, really good comments. Thank you so much for that. All of my 20 viewers. But I met a friend of mine who told me about this website called 16personalities.com. So he said, look, it's freakishly accurate. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take this freakishly accurate test. And I am a INFP personality, the mediator. Basically, idealistic, passionate, creative, giving individuals who nevertheless felt something was missing. That already sounds like it's going to be a disaster. I wrote down a few points. I'm going to just run them down really, really quickly. True idealist, totally no, that's a problem. Only 4% of the whole population. So there is a major risk of, unfortunate risk, of feeling misunderstood all the time. Guided by principles, honor, beauty, morality, and virtue, led by purity of their intent. Not everyone understands the drive behind these feelings and can lead to isolation, which is basically what's going on right now. So they've taken a quote from J.R.R. Tolkien. It says, all that is gold does not glitter, not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither, and deep roots are not reached by the frost. So communicate deeply with others is easily spoken in metaphors and parables. The strength of this intuitive communication style lends itself well to creative work. Considered gifted when it comes to learning a second or third language. I really doubt that. I try though. I really do. Will focus their attention on just a few people because they'll run out of energy and become overwhelmed and dejected by all the bad in the world that they cannot fix. Yes, that is definitely a major weakness. And INFPs may start to lose touch, withdrawing themselves into, yet again, their hermit mode. There's nobody here except for me. That's going to be my new tagline, by the way. Strength, idealistic, seek value and harmony, open-minded, flexible, very creative, passionate and energetic, dedicated and hardworking. Weaknesses, Too idealistic, too altruistic, impractical, dislike dealing with data, takes things personally, and difficult to get to know. This I find like it's a constant thing. I get it all the time, and I'm just a bit too private of a person. You know what the major reason is? I really don't want to burden people with my shit. Probably because of the work I do, I tend to deal with everybody else's. That can be a little bit overwhelming, and I feel extremely guilty if I were to kind of give that burden to other people, so I tend to just keep to myself. But I try, and most likely I fail. Altruism and vivid imagination allows INFPs to overcome many challenges, obstacles, brightening the lives of those around them. Life is a journey of self-discovery. Mediators know this better than anybody. Maybe you've been called indecisive all the time, when all along you knew that what you wanted was simply something you haven't found yet. That I agree. No wonder mediators surrounded by others begin to feel lost, struggle for much of their lives trying to be something they're not, while all the while a better life is just out of reach. They wondered why all their hard work in the service of others went unnoticed, why their slow and steady win-the-race approach was ignored in favor of quick-fix solutions, why the values of others were so different from their own. They have this story about the chicken, the failed chicken, which is coincidentally, I'm actually a rooster, Chinese calendar. I'm a failed rooster. Okay, so here's the story. Once a man found an eagle's egg and decided to place it into the nest of a prairie chicken. Eventually the egg hatched along with the rest of the chicken's eggs, and the mother chicken began raising the baby eagle as her own. For years, the young eagle, convinced it was a prairie chicken, did exactly as its siblings did. He scratched the dirt for worms, copied their clucking. He never flew more than a few feet off the ground. Eventually the eagle, now very old, saw a great bird flying far above him in the blue and cloudless sky, soaring with majesty and grace. The glorious bird had the eagle spellbound. The eagle turned to one of its siblings, scratching in the dirt nearby. "What an amazing bird," the eagle said. "What is it?" The sibling clucked, "An eagle, king of all birds, but don't worry about it, he has nothing to do with us, just be happy where you are." The eagle, believing his sibling to be wise, immediately put the majestic bird out of his head, never thinking of it again for the rest of his days. The eagle died thinking it was still a prairie chicken. So on the failed chicken, deep down knowing they were simply a different breed of bird with no eagle around to look for guidance. As a mediator, you know yourself, but knowing how to navigate the world at large, and the eagle amongst chickens, that part doesn't come as easily. Learned a lot about myself today. Yeah, I was really like considering like, oh, I want to know more. How do I navigate? How does my failed chicken self navigate? Of course, they're selling this book, and it costs $32.99. So, okay, forget it. I'm not going to be buying the book. Oh, my day. I think like tomorrow I'm gonna like find other things to talk about. I went for a comedy skit and I learned or discovered someone who really hates vegans. I thought maybe I should go and like talk about that a little bit, you know, in a funny way. Try to not make them so long. That's what I'm gonna do. Just kind of make them fun and just make them happy. God, life is too short to be so depressed. There is no alcohol in this tea. There is just tea. So that's what I'm going to leave it with. I'm going to maybe title this, Can't Please Everyone. Nobody understands you. At least 4% of the population do, which is probably the only people who said, yes, we like your video. Having said that, only one gave me a thumbs up. I applaud you, dear friend. Thank you for your one support. Namaste.